Every day, parents spend money on flashcard sets, baby genius apps, educational toys that light up and play music, classes that promise to build a smarter brain, and most of that stuff ends up in a closet within a month. Meanwhile, there's a 5-minute habit that costs nothing that most parents have never heard explained properly, and that child development researchers have spent decades studying because of how much it actually shapes a baby's brain. It doesn't come in a box, it doesn't need batteries, and by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to do it tonight. It's called serve and return. Here's what that means in plain language. Your baby does something, a coo, a point, a look, a reach. That's the serve. You notice it and respond to it right away in a way that connects to what they just did. That's the return. Back and forth, like a conversation, even before there are any real words. Picture this. You're on the floor with your 6-month-old. She looks over at the window because a car just drove by. Instead of ignoring it, you follow her gaze. You say, "Oh, you heard that car, didn't you? Vroom, vroom, it's going down the street." She looks back at you. You smile. She kicks her legs. You say, "Yeah, that was exciting." That whole exchange took maybe 8 seconds. That's serve and return. That's the habit. Researchers at Harvard Center on the Developing Child have spent years studying this exact pattern. And what they found is that these small back-and-forth exchanges are one of the primary ways a baby's brain architecture gets built in the earliest years. Not a special curriculum, not a specific toy. The responsiveness itself. And here's the part that matters most for you listening right now. This held true across income levels, across education levels, across every kind of family situation researchers looked at. A parent doesn't need a degree in child psychology or a big budget to do this well. The raw material is attention, and everybody already has that. There's an experiment from decades ago that still shapes how researchers think about this, called the still face experiment. A parent is asked to interact normally with their baby for a few minutes, smiling, talking, responding to whatever the baby does. Then, for a short stretch, the parent is asked to keep their face completely still. No expression, no response to anything the baby does. And almost immediately, you can watch the baby notice something has changed. They try harder. They point, they reach, they vocalize, trying to get the connection back. When it doesn't come, many babies become visibly distressed, some looking away entirely, as if protecting themselves from the disconnection. Then the parent returns to being responsive again, and within moments the baby settles, reconnects, comes back to that easy back and forth. The takeaway here isn't that one still moment causes harm. It doesn't. Babies are wired to handle plenty of ordinary distraction. The takeaway is what it reveals. Babies aren't just observing the world, they're actively watching for a response. And that response is what tells their nervous system the world is safe and worth engaging with. Now, if you're sitting there thinking about the times you were exhausted, distracted, scrolling your phone while your baby babbled at you and you didn't respond, let that go right now. You don't need to get this right every time. Nobody does. This isn't about being a perfectly attuned parent in every single moment of every single day. It's about the pattern over time, the general direction. Even imperfectly done, even with plenty of missed serves along the way, this habit works. So, here's how you actually do it starting tonight. Step 1. Notice the serve. For the next 5 minutes with your baby, your only job is to watch for what they initiate. A sound, a look, a gesture, a reach towards something. You're not trying to entertain them or direct them. You're just watching what they bring to you first. Step 2, return it out loud. When your baby looks at the dog, you say something like, "You see Max? He's wagging his tail." When your baby bangs a spoon on the tray, you say, "You're making music." It doesn't need to be clever, it just needs to connect to what they did. Step 3, wait for the next serve before you move on. This is the part most of us skip. After you respond, pause. Give your baby 2 or 3 seconds of quiet space to respond back. A look, a sound, a smile. That pause is where the back and forth actually happens. Without it, you're just narrating at your baby instead of talking with them. Do that for 5 minutes once a day, and you're doing the single most well-documented brain-building practice available to any parent anywhere for free. And here's the part worth sitting with. All those apps promising to build a smarter baby, all those toys with lights and sounds and pre-recorded voices, all those programs claiming to accelerate development. None of them can do what a responsive human face and voice can do, because none of them are actually watching your baby and adjusting in real time. A screen doesn't notice when your baby reaches for something and changes its response accordingly. A flashcard doesn't wait for your baby to look back at it before continuing. Serve and return works because it's alive, because it's specific to your baby in that exact moment. And no product, no matter how expensive, can replicate that kind of real-time attunement. If you've been feeling like you're not doing enough, like other parents have some system or class or product that you're missing out on, I want you to hear this clearly. You already have the only ingredient that actually matters. Every time you look at your baby, follow their lead, and respond, you're not just passing the time. You're building the actual architecture of their brain. You are, quite literally, the safest, most important person in their world, one small exchange at a time. Serve and return. Notice, respond, wait. 5 minutes a day, and you're already doing the single most well-documented brain-building practice available to any parent, anywhere, for free. And if this was useful to you, consider subscribing. We share science-backed insights like this every week, the kind of small, real things that actually move the needle for your child's development without the noise and without the price tag. Because the truth is, you don't need more stuff to be a great parent. You just need to keep showing up, imperfectly and often, exactly the way you already are.